Hi, this is Komal here from Vinay Immigration. In today's video, I will give you 10 important tips to do well or get higher score on your speaking section of your IELTS exam, or or any oral speaking test where you are sitting with a live examiner. Now, this tips doesn't apply for TOEFL where your answers are recorded. Now, IELTS section is about 11 to 14 minutes, and it comes in three different sections and so on. Now, IELTS is an English proficiency test where it is mainly used for a purpose who are looking for a migration and the country, for example, Canada or Australia, or people who want to study for overseas and where the English is the medium of instruction. So in fact, millions of people give IELTS exam. If you are one of those, then these tips will really help you. Now, these are the general tips. This is not a specific section tips. Basically, it will be applied for all the sections of your speaking test. So let's get started. So the first point during your speaking test, be formal. By that I mean treat it like as a job interview. Just like as a job interview, you will be in your best behavior. Take it seriously, don't take it casually, and be formal. Next, give full answers wherever possible. When I say, just remember and think you have only 11 to 15 minutes to show off your best English you know and you have studied all your life. So definitely you want to show off during your English test. So don't give just one word answer. Try to give it with full sentences, full answers. So for example, in the first section, they will ask you about about your family, about your background. So for example, if the examiner asks you, where are you from? Don't just say Tokyo. Instead of that, you can say, I am from Tokyo. I am the capital of Japan, Tokyo. So now you have given a lot more information. So definitely you will be scoring much more marks. So try giving full sentences, full answer, not just words. Next, be polite. What I mean by that, for example, if the examiner is asked you something and you didn't understand, so don't just say sorry, what, excuse me. So instead of that, you can ask in a polite way, could you please repeat that for me? That will show that you not only know the English but also the culture of the language. So please do remember that and be polite. Next, maintain a good posture. Why I say that? No one is filming you, correct? So your posture actually affects the way you speak and the way your voice is projected. So for example, lean your hand while you are speaking, sit straight, and don't bring your hand near your face even if you are nervous. So it will affect your quality of voice and the way it's projected. Next, number 5, speak clearly. Now, what do I mean by that? Don't worry too much about the accent. Now, everyone has accent. Now, if you are making some specific pronunciation error, or someone who is from your country tend to make this similar pronunciation error, so work this on beforehand or before registering the exam. Because for example, if you are a Spanish speaker and you say yes instead of yes, now this is the big mistake. So you have to work on the pronunciation and don't worry too much about the accent. Speak clear as much as you can. Next, use descriptive words. Now what I mean by that, if you remember, we are supposed to show off our English, the best English you have. So don't use overly used or boring words like okay, good, bad, nice. So instead of that, start using exciting and dynamic words so you can show off your rich vocabulary to express yourself in English. So instead of saying happy, you can say thrilled. Don't just say sad. Instead of that, you can say I am depressed. So Mostly stay away from overly used words and start using advanced words to express yourself. Next is speak up. Now, speak up means that you are loud and clear to be heard and also recorded. For example, there would be another examiner who gonna judge you on basis of your recording. So please be clear and loud so you would be able to understood in the recording. Next is keep a steady pace. That means you should not speak too fast and too slowly. So if you be in the pace, it would be likely to be understood. Now explain the foreign words. Now what do I mean by that? Now for example, you are answering the questions that you are supposed to answer, that where you come from, and you say that I come from Hyderabad. Now this Hyderabad is a bit mouthful and it is an unfamiliar word, so you can say it in a descriptive way that I come a city called Hyderabad from the southern part of India. So now you have given the explanation, and you have the even the examiner will come to know where the the word is coming from. So it would be very easy for them to understand, and plus you can score good marks on that. Next, stay on topic. As you remember, as I told you earlier, that you should use sentences, but make sure you don't use too many sentences to answer one question, because the examiner might think that you are unable to understand the question. So you only stick to the question which needs to be answered and don't go beyond that. And don't worry, they have enough questions to ask you. Next, don't use slang. Slangs can be things like kids. So instead of using kids, you can use children, and instead of stuff and things, you can use items. So slang is not only the bad language, but it is also a casual language. So make sure that you should not use slang or this kind of a language in your any English or any IELTS speaking test. Last but not the least, don't memorize the answers. It is okay and it is good to read the model answers, but try to take some expressions, vocabulary, and you will have an idea how to structure your answer. But don't memorize the answer, because it will sound very artificial, and the examiners are also very quite experienced. So make sure that you don't memorize the answers. So I think I have covered up pretty much everything which is useful you to know and give best shot for your IELTS exam. So if you like the video, please give us a thumbs up and please subscribe to our channel, and please follow us on our Instagram and Facebook. So, and please feel free to leave us a comment right below. So thanks for watching. See you next time.